Okay, so later on in the show, we'll be talking about culture and what it means to people living in Birmingham. But as we're speaking about culture, we've got some local talent. I'd like to introduce my guest, my first guest. Never had one before, so I'm quite excited about that. And it's Reis Taylor-Dixon. Hi, Reis, how are you doing?
Hey, it's nice to be here.
Good, good, good.
Oh, well, thank you. How are you?
I'm fine, actually. Not bad on this Wednesday evening, so it's all good. But just to get a flavour of what you're about, Reis, because we know that you're a local guy, big talent, and I just want to know a bit more about you, really. So in terms of where you grew up in Birmingham, where are you from?
Originally from Bromford, around the corner.
Okay.
Moved to Acots Green. I went to school in Acots Green. Then it was at Nine Stars Academy where I found my passion for music, classical music.
Okay.
So yeah, local born and bred.
So you consider your music classical, or have you got a certain kind of name for it?
My compositions are contemporary classical.
Okay.
Hopefully moving on to the classical genre. But I perform classical and compose contemporary.
Brilliant. Okay. And in terms of living in Birmingham, how's that shaped your kind of music, would you say?
Yeah, Birmingham's got a vast amount of culture. It's great. It's got, the Birmingham Town Hall, which is where I first made my, debut as a performer, performing on the stage in front of an audience. And that's when I first decided, I wanted to be a concert pianist and composer. And places in Birmingham, so you've got Symphony Hall, you've got Hippodrome, Birmingham Repertory Theatre. There's a lot of places where, performances can be held.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, brilliant. So you're not short on kind of where to play and stuff, which is good.
Promoting classical music is hard because it's not exactly, for the young people, it's not what somebody's brought up on in terms of, unless you're kind of from that, that family sort of life.
Yeah.
So in promotion-wise, I'd like to see places like, you get the Yardbird, which is now unfortunately closed down, where that was blooming with jazz musicians and, everybody loved that vibe there. I'd like to see a place like that.
Like an equivalent. Oh, right, okay.
But, yeah, I do play at the Birmingham Rep, a couple of times a week in the foyer.
Yeah.
But, yeah, it's, I was playing my compositions there. And
cool. So as a young guy, because you're 23, did you say? Yeah. So how did you get into classical? Because I was young once, and classical wasn't my thing, I can tell you. So how did that come about?
Well, I started playing piano when I was 16, self-taught.
Yeah.
The help of a teacher in school that kind of kept on, pushing me, not in terms of giving me lessons, just, pushing me towards achieving what my potential is. So I first started playing pop music, so Rihanna, Unfaithful, and I'm a big hip-hop fan, so I was listening to Tupac Changes at the time, learning the chords off that by ear. And then it was until a teacher introduced me to a pianist called Ludovico Einaudi, who's contemporary classical. He's my biggest inspiration. So he kind of transformed my life from that stage and wanted me to go forward and start composing and doing my own music.
So your school teacher, he's one of your local heroes, would you say?
Yeah, there was Tom Spears, who was great in terms of pushing me when it was time to apply for university. I found out about grades on piano, which I didn't know about because I was such a late bloomer. So he helped me jump in at grade 6, get that, and off I went. And there's another teacher, Sir Dexter Hutt, who was amazing. He always yet again pushed me in the way I wanted to go. He always appreciated me, and it was a great, he's another hero because he gave me my keyboard, which I have now. He said to me, since you keep coming in and playing the grand piano because you haven't got a piano at home, I'm going to fund you, some money, £2,000 he gave me in total.
Well, out of his own pocket?
Out of his own pocket. Oh, the other teachers couldn't believe it.
Gosh, I bet they couldn't.
I'm forever grateful for that. That was really incredible.
Generous. And can I just ask, you say Sir Dexter, is he a real sir? Or you just
he's a real sir.
He is a real sir?
Knighted by the Queen, yeah.
Oh my God!
He is,
I want to meet him.
That was my reaction when I found out.
Yeah, I thought you just went, all right, sir. Like you say, he's like, hello, I am a sir. Wow.
Yeah, that air of authority. He's such a lovely person.
Yeah.
He wasn't.
Well, that is really generous, kind of funding you.
I mean, one day he come over to me at the piano and just had this amazing conversation with me that stuck with me in my mind till this day. He said, like, you know, people who want to achieve success keep going on this journey to the top, and people who stop on a certain level thinking they've achieved it, you know, they're the people that end up falling, but the people that keep on going are the people that reach the top and, you know, find success on their own path.
I like that. You know, sometimes you talk to people and you get just like a real life lesson out of it.
Yeah,
You just think...
it was like talking to the Dalai Lama at the time.
Yeah. Oh, cool. That's really good. So in terms of like your music and your Birmingham heritage, how do you think that influences your music, if at all?
Just like the culture in Birmingham is it's a great city. I know people try and move out of it and go to London, but Birmingham's a great place to be, a great place to live, and just the area, the sights and the sky, the views that you get is incredible. And it's a lot of it has been put into my debut album that I'm working on. That's will be done at the end of March. That's going to be called Words Unspoken. And that there's a lot of Birmingham in that. If you listen to it and you read some of the scriptures inside, you'll see where I'm coming from.
Yeah.
But it's a lot has gone into it from Birmingham, yeah.
Cool. I'm going to open it up to Phil and Michelle because they're always with me on my journey. So have you got any questions, guys?
Is this the first album project you've done?
It is, yeah. Decided I wanted to start composing when I went to university, and unfortunately I had to leave it till I graduated because I was on a performance course on composition. It's a lot of confusion, basically. So it's the first project I'm doing. It's a step forward. It's the way I want to go. Put heart and soul into this album. Been working on it for the last year, and I feel like it's gone great. It's been stressful. Like I didn't realise how stressful it's going to be, but it's all coming through now, and I'm really happy the way it's turned out.
And have you enjoyed the experience in the studio, seeing the backgrounds or the making of an album in a studio?
Yeah, it's been an eye opener. Yeah, and Phil, for the listeners out there, Phil himself is featured on the album.
Oh,
a little shout out there.
yeah.
Yeah, a bonus track on the album. So if you're listening, you know, stay tuned to the very end.
A hidden track.
It's
One of them ones.
Hidden track. It really is. It's
track
really,
35.
Yeah, I can't hear that.
It really makes the album, and it's, you know, it's about my life, and it really, the help of Phil, my cousin here, second cousin, he inspires me himself. His way of words, his poetry is just incredible. So yeah, thanks.
Oh, look at that. We're having a moment.
I'll ask a question because I know we've got a lot of TV programs that come on, like The Voice and other ones. Have you ever been or fancied going on Britain's Got Talent?
When I was, you know, first started playing, the first 3 years of playing, people was like, you know, you need to get on there, Britain's Got Talent, because I created this like incredible medley of all the popular songs when I was playing pop. It had like Coldplay and Mad World, Rihanna, you know, my Tupac piece, and it was, and then I even added Fur Release, you know, the classical piece. So it was really, everybody admired it, and I thought, you know, it was something that could get me through, but I just, it's not for me, that program is. I want to try and do it myself, you know, without that thing. But saying that though, I did work with Birmingham's new TV show, Big Central TV. That was aired, the first episode was aired a couple of weeks ago, where I played a composition from the album on it, and great feedback.
Oh, brilliant.
And it's a really good show as well, yeah.
Cool.
Have you got any more other projects as well, working with anyone?
At the minute, it's just been finishing off the album, getting, you know, it's in and out of the studio, getting the violinist in as well. So that's been taking a lot of my time. After that, it's promotion, pushing and pushing.
Michelle, any questions? No?
I want a track.
I'm
jealous of Phil. I can sing, just saying.
Oh, do you mean you want a track on his album?
Excuse me. It's not what you know, it's who
track
you know,
too.
isn't it?
Yeah.
I know Reis, so there we go.
You've known him
I
for
know
about 5
Phil.
minutes, haven't you?
But I feel like we're family. That's the thing.
Oh my gosh, he's trying to charm offensive on you.
Oh, absolutely. Come round for dinner anytime you want, Reis.
No, dinner's good, that Michelle, to be fair. But
Oh, is it?
whether
I'll
it
be
is,
over later.
It is. But my nephew actually I say he does something in music because I can never keep up. I can never keep up with what he's doing. I know that he studied at the Birmingham Conservatoire.
Yeah.
And I know that I'm sure he has a studio, and I'm sure he's producing sort of different artists. But he's had to move, or I say he's chosen to move down to London to pursue that.
Yeah.
So where are you living now? Because I don't remember.
I am living in Birmingham in Acots Green.
Are you planning on taking, sort of, heading down to London where you might make it a bit bigger or a bit quicker?
I feel like, there's opportunities here. And, I mean, there's obviously more opportunities in London. But, I mean, it's only down the road, really, isn't it?
It is.
Go and
it's
come
a train
back
ride away. Yeah.
Who knows, I'm always up for travelling. I'm in America a lot. So.
And what are you doing in America?
Well, travelling, seeing the world, getting inspiration.
Oh, not working?
That
so when you said America, I was thinking,
wow.
He's getting inspiration.
Try saying that to someone.
Yeah, I'm going to America because I'm seeking inspiration.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I need to be in the music business so I can say things like that.
Future
And people believe
I do, yeah, same here.
Yeah. 9 to 5. Anyway, I just to wrap it up then, Reis. If you just want to let people know, kind of how they can get in touch and find out what your music's about, and also kind of what can they expect from you as an artist.
Okay, so if you want to know more about me, go to reistaylordixon.co.uk. That's REIS for Reis. And you'll see information about me, hear some tracks from the album, and you'll find links to my Facebook page and Twitter feed. And what I'm about is, because I've not been brought up on classical music, so I'm not, in the sense, I haven't got a sort of air of, let's say snobbiness about me.
Mm-hmm.
So I know what it's like to be brought up in a normal society and try and do my own, craft, what I want to do, and still live a normal life at the same time. So yeah, it's been an experience going into classical and then going through university, playing all the well-known hard classical pieces, and then coming out and playing my contemporary pieces.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'll ask you a question. So did you have many people just tell you or try and persuade you not to go into classical?
It was because of the way I grew up. Like, I was always out and doing my own things. Classical's looked upon as for the higher class, the upper class, but it's not. It's, if you connect with it, it's on an emotional level, and it's for everyone, really.
Cool. Great. So thanks for that, Reis, and thanks for coming in. Can we have a round of applause for Reis? Good luck with your pursuits, and we'll be playing one of your tracks later in the show as well. So
enjoy.
Just so we will enjoy. We like a bit of classical.
It's a nice glass of wine. I think
No,
you only
Michelle.
enjoy classical music with a nice glass of wine.
Michelle's an alcoholic.
Or a cup of tea with loads of cake. Just saying.
Yes, either. Anyway, thanks again. Cheers, and Reis.
And if you miss this as a regular slot, don't forget you can do a download of the show on a podcast or listen again on our website, which is switchradio.co.uk. Thank you to my panel, which is Michelle and Phil, and tune in same time, same place next week. But until then, have a good evening and a great week. Bye.